Welcome again, Virgo. It's October 2016. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au, and straight into it with a new moon on the 1st of the month in the company of Jupiter is awesome in terms of opportunities for earning money. This is taking place in the second house of finance, but let me extrapolate a little bit on that because I do like to make the readings a little more thematic now rather than just keeping them superficial. The second house is also very intimately linked to the idea of values, what you value. So money is not the only value, it's not the only form of currency. And so in a sense the new moon will usher in, I guess, a new form of elegant currency, if I could call it that. An elegant currency which allows you to barter, trade, negotiate with others, not just simply through the mechanism of fiat currencies or money. So it is a month for you in which you can break new ground there, study new ways of earning. Yes, you can earn money. With the new moon there, it shows even the potential for some sort of new work. And your ruling planet commences the month being in your sun sign, having just passed the harrowing conjunction of the North Node, which is very shadowy. It can cause fears or concerns over how you're going to manage your day-to-day activities, your finances, that sort of thing. So it's nice that that's passing. And shortly after that, we see Mercury, this ruler of yours, on the 7th of October, soon after that new moon, moving into the same place, into the second house. So that is very fortifying, particularly when we see that on the 11th it makes full contact with Jupiter, and this gives you the opportunity to correspond with people that are going to be instrumental in helping you, number one, earn new sources of money, two, figure out those elegant forms of currency, and three, to redefine what you consider to be of value in your life. So I see this month as being a pretty important one for you, Virgo, in that sense. And Mercury is going to move through the sign of Libra, your second house, in 3 weeks or so. Around the 25th, it then moves into the sign of Scorpio. And that's the third house of your horoscope. At the beginning of the month, Venus is there, and this is very, very nice. It's a very entertaining position having Venus in the third house. Having Mercury there as well means that even though Venus exits this particular position on the 18th, having Mercury there follow up ensures that most of the month, I think, is going to be one where you can have an entertaining time and really feel good about the company that you keep. You'll want to share a lot of your ideas, as shown by that conjunction of Mercury to Jupiter. And much of your communications, I feel, at least leading up to the transit out of there on the 25th, will be centered on money, finances, and this whole concept of recreating value for yourself. Now, there are some difficult aspects there, and that's shown by the ruler of your 8th house, which is Mars, being in your 5th house. And this is very, very speculative, so be cautious about how you determine you're going to earn that new money or create that new value. Of course, the 5th house is speculative in nature and indicates such things as the stock market, new business ventures, and for the sake of earning bucks quickly, you want to make sure that you're not too impulsive or quick off the block. You see the square aspect between that new moon and slightly beyond the orb of a square, but it's still influenced by Mars, and Jupiter, of course, there makes you feel a lot more confident than you should be. Mars, of course, too, relates to disputes, and that can take place when your ruling planet moves into the hard aspect of that planet on the 14th of the month. So we see there are some challenges, although the month commences with all of those great astrological markers in your horoscope. Caution still has to be exercised to a large extent, so you don't blow all of the gains that are likely to be made. In other words, don't spend that money before you earn it. We see the difficult aspects of that Mars on the 6th. We see it again on the 19th, when it makes full conjunction to Pluto, also transiting that 5th house of speculation. By the way, it has to do with love affairs. So when Mars is transiting the 5th, you're likely to feel very competitive, not just physically, but also in terms of romance and social activities. For those of you that are on the lookout for a new partner, you'll make some efforts this month, it appears, to attract the person of your dreams. And if you know who they are, be prepared to maybe fight for that person, or to have some competition on the sidelines. There's a full moon taking place in the sign of Aries, which we just alluded to as the 8th house of your horoscope. This again seems to be tying in, it's the opposite sign to the 2nd house, which is all to do with that value system we talked about. This follows on from some of these challenging aspects that could ensue with other people. The 8th house has to do with your shared resources, bank managers, business partners, and how money is shared and allocated. Taxation, annuities, life insurance, and those sorts of things all come under the umbrella of this 8th house. And the fact that Mars is still going to be in the sign of Capricorn, and the full moon takes place in this 8th house, those challenges could really blow up at that time. The dating of this is the 16th. So you've got to take that as a pivotal point and work all those other transits that I've been talking about around this new moon, full moon axis. 2nd house, value, 8th house, shared resources. If you can work on that part of your life, this new breakthrough that I'm talking about can and should be done in the spirit of your personality type, which is very cautious, very analytical. You know, these impulsive traits that I've mentioned for you this month are really highly out of character for you, Virgo. So I'm suggesting you step back, take your time, and look carefully at all of the facts and figures before you, and don't just get lured in by the get-rich-quick scheme. I hope to see you here again next month. We've only just skimmed the surface. Of course, we have the more detailed analysis there at the site, astrology.com.au. I do invite you to take advantage of the new destiny engineering processes that I'm putting in place. These are very refined systems of astrological analysis based upon your unique needs, based upon the who, the what, the when, and the why. These are the important questions, and they're the questions astrology and I hope to answer. You can find that all at the site. Till next month, take care, good luck, hope to see you again. Bye-bye.